Tragic accident on the city's east side. 2 people are dead. But how did it happen? A live report is straight ahead.
Authorities believe victims were overcome by a dangerous gas. Find out what it is and what it does in a special health team report. Team coverage you can count on starts now.
Live from WHO TV 13 Des Moines, home of Chopper 13. This is Live at 5.
Good evening. I'm John Blackford.
And I'm Lori Groves. A tragic accident in the metro today that you've been watching here. Let's look now at a live picture from Chopper 13 at the scene of a deadly construction accident on Des Moines' east side. It happened in the 1900 block of DeWolf behind Nesbitt Distribution. WHO TV 13's Patrick Dix begins our team coverage tonight. Patrick, start by telling us just what happened.
Well, Lori, on a day where you might expect the heat and humidity to make any above-ground construction work hazardous, work turned deadly for a St. Louis construction and engineering crew that was working 15 feet below ground. Now, Des Moines fire crews got the call just after 2 o'clock. The original call came in to the 1900 block of DeWolf behind Nesbitt, as you said, if you need a landmark there, as 5 men down in a ditch. When fire crews arrived and when rescue crews arrived, they found a large 16-foot hole, and actually 7 people down in that hole, all working on a sewer line, a private company being contracted by the city. Now, firefighters worked furiously with their own breathing apparatus on, heavy breathing apparatus in 90-degree heat to pull all of those people out. That took about 20 minutes, and then they triaged the victims and got them off to the hospital, as many as they could, off to the hospital. The curious part about all of this, Lori, is that this crew had been working for a month under what you'd assume would be the same conditions in the same area. So no one knows exactly what happened, except to say that they were overcome by some kind of fumes. Now, firefighters were wearing, as I said, their own personal breathing apparatus, but it is not clear what kind of safety measures that the crew had taken when they originally went down into the hole.
Physically on the scene when they went down in the hole, they go down with hard hats and lights, not necessarily any breathing equipment, and this is something they do all the time. This is obviously an oddity, what happened today.
Now, as I said, that 20 minutes, very critical. The EMS personnel were giving themselves a bit of a pat on the back because this could have been, as you might imagine, much worse. The kind of conditions that they were working in down there would make you believe today that time was of the essence as they pulled all of these men out of this 16-foot hole. To get a little bit more about who this crew is, where they're from, and what they were doing here, TV 13's John Cahill joins us now. And John, this was not an in-town crew, was it?
No, it's not. The company itself, Pat, is called In Situ Com. It's based out of Chesterfield, Missouri, for those of you not familiar with that. That's a suburb of St. Louis. And at any given time, 60 crews from In Situ Com are out around the country working on sewer systems just like this one here today. Take a look at some video we shot from Chopper 13. Now, today, 11 members, we understand, from this crew were working on this particular sewer line. The work was actually contracted by the city. Now, at the time of the incident, 7 of these workers from...
It creates an anoxic environment where your brain is denied oxygen, so you'll first see disorientation, confusion, and then eventually you become unconscious.
We're talking seconds, minutes?
It all depends on the deficiency of oxygen that they see. It can happen within moments. It can take a few moments to occur.
There you're finding out about the hazards of the crew there that they were facing at that construction site, and we had reporter John Cahill and Patrick Dix reporting live for us, and we'll get back to them perhaps a little bit later. In the meantime, we have more to tell you about this accident. Let's find out now from John.
Well, we're going to tell you more about the victims and where they were transported. First, we want to tell you that 3 were taken to Lutheran Hospital. 2 of those still in critical condition. 1 was taken to Methodist. And also we were told that 4 firefighters were hospitalized, perhaps because of heat exhaustion. We have no confirmation on exactly their conditions, and again, there were 2 fatalities. As you heard, authorities believe that the victims came in contact with a dangerous gas known as hydrogen sulfide, and tonight Catherine Pritchard will tell us how it can inhabit the body, and that will be in the health team report.
And again, team coverage will continue on this big story tonight at 6. Our crews are live at the scene. They continue to get more information, and we'll bring you the latest details as soon as they do become available.